Okay, so I just had a real live example. Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our service on our lay minister service on the divine feminine. And so I got to practice what I'm trying to preach. So our beautiful people that we, our tenants, they sometimes mess with our equipment. And so the latest, I couldn't understand why I couldn't get on the internet. That's why I'm trying to record this service, because after many back and forth, the modem was off. Well, now for me to get into the modem, I have to take a picture. The camera on my phone only faces forward unless I try to figure it out, and I could not figure it out in time how to get that switched up. There's no like little turnaround thing to scan the code on the modem. So second best backup plan, we'll record the service and maybe we can get it out onto Facebook. And that's just the way it is sometimes.
Yeah. As best you can.
You do the best I can, right? And then go with it and try to stay. For me, the main thing is when things like that happen, because that's right brain stuff, right? That's not my divine feminine that does computer and technology, right?
Exactly.
It's like, right now it's feeling like an annoying thing that I got to manage, right? But is to get back in and not let that knock me off my balance. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. So singing the song is going to be part of bringing me back in. So hopefully I can bring you and keep you with me.
Where are the 25-year-olds when we need them?
I know. Right. We need some young tech folks.
10-year-olds.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, you want to start?
No, just 1 second. So we're going to sing the gift of the goddess. And before we begin, I like to invite you to approach today's service with openness and curiosity. Just as you might when watching a movie or stepping onto a ride at Disneyland, set your critical mind to the side just for a little while and simply enjoy the journey. Allow yourself to explore, imagine, and notice what speaks to your heart. What do they say? Take what's best, leave the rest, something like that. All right, let's do Gifts of the Goddess.
All right. We good?
Yeah, I invite you guys to stand if you're able and that speaks to you.
We have words in here.
There's words in your bulletin. Gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive? Gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive? Are you ready? Joy, are you ready? My voice. Peace, are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess are ready to receive. All the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive? Love, I am ready. Are you ready? Joy, I am ready. Are you ready? Peace, I am ready. Are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the goddess. goddess. Come on, feel it. Love, joy, and peace. Play the drums. Swing your hips. I am ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess. Love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess. Are you ready to receive? Are you ready? Forgiveness. Are you ready? Laughter. Are you ready? Are you ready to receive passion? Are you ready? Success. Are you ready? Abundance. Are you ready? I am ready to receive gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the goddess, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace? Gifts of the goddess, I am ready to receive. Now we'll give Jim, it's your turn, right?
Yes, so I need a little help. Yeah.
Are you going to use the microphone?
Yes, that's what I'm using. So there we go. There it is. And then this is all the way down. So when it starts running, kick it in. And I got a few words to say before. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I decided to contribute another song. Figure I'm doing all these vocal lessons. This one was new when I was 5. So it's another Beatles tune too. But it's Paul McCartney this time. So it's all sweetness and light. I grew up in the Hudson Valley. And it's probably one of the most beautiful places in the world. I mean, but it's a great place to be from because the winters are nasty and the summers are tropical. But it was a great place as a kid. I've got a little picture. My favorite picture of me is smelling a rose when I was 2 years old. So that's up there. But this kind of reminds me of my childhood. Yeah, there you go. I was 2. So it's not staged. That's the real me. But anyway, so let's have a shot. We'll see how this goes. Karaoke version. There we go. And turn it up a bit. Born a poor young country boy, Mother Nature's son. All day long I'm sitting singing songs for everyone. Sit beside a mountain stream, see her waters rise. Listen to the pretty sound of music as she flies. Do 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 Find me in my field of grass, Mother Nature's son, swaying daisies, sing a lazy song beneath the sun. Do 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 Mother Nature's son. Thank you. That was fun.
I think this is about my 5th program I've had to pick up today because I keep putting them down somewhere. It's time for, let me look in the program, for the next song, right?
Wait.
Yeah, invocation. It's the song, Oh Mother God.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right. And you guys sing, we got the words. You turn it up because I need the help today. Oh, Mother God, flowing through our hearts, we give thanks for the bread in our lives, for the hands in the earth, and the fruit of your womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. You turn it up, Dave. I mean, Jim. Blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you through our hearts. We give thanks for the bread of our lives, for the hands in the earth, and the fruit of our womb. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God, thank you for this day, for the love that you wash over me, and this joy in my heart I will share with the world. Oh, Mother God, blessed be. Oh, Mother God,
Today's affirmation is printed in your bulletin. Please take a look at that and see if you can buy into it. I will read it once and then we'll say it together. I honor the divine feminine in myself and all others. Together, I honor the divine feminine in myself and all others.
So my human self, right, that part of me, I'm struggling today with my voice, as you could tell. So I had to just lip sync up there for part of it. It's an ear thing, you know, and I want it to be beautiful, and I've done the song before, but the vibe's still here. So you guys got to sing to me. Thank you. There's no longer a light up here to see. So, awakening the divine feminine. So, back in January, when lay ministers were planning our service topics for the year, everybody, because of Mother's Day months, kind of looked over at me. They said, "Oh, the divine feminine, Lonnie, that's right, that's you, that's up your alley." So I said, "Yay!" Because we have a person that we try to get it where people kind of pick the month and then they get to navigate and kind of develop the service, even though we all pitch in and help, right? So it seemed simple at the time, and intuitively I knew it would be, but as the date got closer, I'll be honest, it started to feel a bit like another thing on my to-do list. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the things that were meant to expand us initially feel like work? Every day when I get up sometimes. But then something unexpected happened. I sat down on my patio and started brainstorming, right out there with my dog. It was after church, it was after a meeting, after a 12-step meeting. And I started playing with ideas, and they just started flowing. Mary, you know that flow. And one idea sparked another, and one song led to another song, and it became this big, dramatic, I swear to God, it was like, you know the movie Tommy, where it's just this theatrical event in my mind, right? Have you seen, if anybody has seen the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and he's singing Age of Aquarius, and he's dancing around, and they're all like in the meadow with flowers in their hair. Yep. I envisioned our members of the church doing that. Nonetheless, I had to scale back a little bit. I was supposed to go to Danny's house to like work on a light show last night, and I had to say, Divine Feminine is also doing things with ease and grace, right? Not going above and beyond just to do the best production, right? It's about feeling into it. But I had to let myself expand in order to flow. So what started as work became fun. What started as obligation became creativity. What started as planning became expression. And as I got excited about it, other people started getting excited too. Ideas began flowing from all directions. People started saying yes. Music appeared, speakers emerged. The whole thing seemed to take on a life of its own. What started as a theme for a service kept growing as people added their own creativity, inspiration, and energy, and support. And that's when I realized something. My job wasn't to force the vision into existence. My job was simply to listen to what wanted to emerge. That insight became the heart of this entire service. When we hear the phrase divine feminine, many of us think of goddesses, spiritual traditions, or ancient stories. And while those are all true, that's not what we're exploring. We're exploring the energy of the divine feminine. It's not just something out there, it's something within us. It's not limited to women, and it's not the opposite of masculine energy. It's a way of being, a way of relating to ourselves, to one another, and to life itself. We often talk about archetypes such as the mother, the warrior, the healer, the wise woman, the mystic, and the creatrix or creator. As I reflected on these archetypes, I realized I don't have to look very far for them. They are right here among us. There's Mary's enthusiasm and creative spark. Robin's quiet wisdom and reflection, Nina's authenticity and inclusion, Bev's devotion to spiritual practice. There's so many more. I just thought of Pam and her always giving out and nurturing us every week before, and plenty of other things that each and one of you all do. And Jim's creativity and connecting to beauty and nature. Well, he's not here, so he would have missed it. And I see them throughout our congregation. The Divine Feminine is not one thing, it's many things. As some of you may have noticed, I brought a few pieces that have been meaningful on my own journey. I'm going to share with you my piece. Well, there's a Tonka right here, so that's a spiritual tradition of white Tara. And this is it. Show up in the camera? Mm-hmm. All right. This is a painting I did in Hawaii.
God, you did.
Yeah. It's a painting I did in Hawaii. Let's see my notes. Years ago. Oh, I forgot this part. Okay, sorry. Years ago when I was facilitating sacred circles, I actually went by the name Lonnie Divine. Lonnie Divine. I know, subtle, right? Leading sacred circles, creating ritual, gathering people in community, honoring intuition, creativity, and connection. That was all divine feminine energy. And painting her, the more I looked at this as I was working on the service, the more I realized that's me. That's my divinity. That's Lonnie Divine. That's my, what do you call it, avatar, right? And I didn't know that at the time when I was doing this. When I was adding the glitter and all this stuff, I didn't know. I was just in a painting class in Hawaii, and it emerged. At the time, I called her like the Maui goddess, because it was in Maui. It has decoupage on it too. And perhaps that has been one of my insights while preparing this service. Similar to what Bev was saying, it's about practicing, it's about remembering. It's not always about discovering something new. Sometimes it's simply about making room for it again. Lately, I've been making more room for creativity, more room for beauty, more room for intuition, more room for self-care, more room for simply being instead of always doing. And I've noticed that when I make more room for these things, something begins to awaken. Though many cultures may use different names, symbols, and stories, the qualities they point toward are often remarkably similar: compassion, wisdom, love, healing, and connection. Over the last several months, I've noticed this showing up in my own life. I spent more time gardening, more time reading, more time in self-care, more time allowing beauty, creativity, and joy to be a part of my life rather than something I had to justify. And I've also been doing things like going to more meetings and connecting more at those meetings. I've been like bringing food to things more often than I did before. Those are all expressions, right, of creativity and community and connection. I've also been aware of how my church community and my recovery community is such an important foundation in my life. And I even got self-care. I even got to go to Glen Ivy this week. One of my friends was very gracious and invited me for my sobriety birthday. So I've been listening to my intuition. I've been listening to my body. I've been listening to spirit, listening to what wants to emerge, and saying yes instead of shrinking. And interestingly enough, that's exactly how this service came together. Not through force, but through listening. What if awakening the divine feminine isn't about becoming someone else? What if it's about allowing more of who we already are to come forward? What if it's about making space for the wisdom, creativity, compassion, courage, and love that are already within us? Today we honor all the ways the divine feminine shows up in our lives. May we recognize it in one another. May we nurture it within ourselves. And may we leave here willing to listen a little more deeply to what is seeking to emerge through us. Thank you.
everybody. Nice to be here with everybody today. What a blessing. As a tribute to Mother Earth, I am going to share excerpts from 10 Love Letters to the Earth by Vietnamese Buddhist monk and Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh.
Can you raise the microphone a little bit, because I'm having trouble hearing.
Can
I don't
you,
know if anybody else is.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, speak loud.
Not through the speakers.
I think the problem is that, yeah, it's not tall enough for you.
No, you easily hear me though. I think the speaker's not working, or the microphone.
Doesn't sound like it's. Yeah, it seems like it's.
Is the microphone?
It doesn't sound like it's.
It does, doesn't it?
I don't think it's working.
Even Lonnie, I don't think.
Well, no, I mean, it was working before, that's what surprises me.
That's working.
It's where you're in.
Do you want me to hold it for you?
It's gotta be, I can't, I don't know.
Hi, do you hear me now?
Do you want to hold it? Would you be comfortable holding it? There we go.
But that's,
I don't know,
You
whatever.
try to move forward.
if I could sit.
No, you're good.
That would be hard to do, so no, we won't do that.
You're good.
Okay,
You're good.
let's try this again. As a tribute to Mother Earth, I am going to share excerpts from 10 Love Letters to the Earth by Vietnamese Buddhist monk and Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. In this series of tender meditations, Thich Nhat Hanh invites us to be truly present with the earth, our mother. Dear Mother Earth, I bow my head before you as I look deeply and recognize that you are present in me and that I am part of you. I was born from you and you're always present, offering everything I need for my nourishment and growth. My mother, my father, and all my ancestors are also your children. We breathe your fresh air, we drink your clear water, we eat your nourishing food. Your herbs heal us when we're sick. You are mother of all beings. I call you by the human name Mother, and yet I know your mothering nature is more vast and ancient than humankind. We are just one young species of your many children. All the millions of other species who live or who have lived on Earth are also your children. You aren't a person, but I know you are not less than a person either. You are a living, breathing being in the form of a planet. Sorry. And every brilliant mathematician, skilled artisan, and gifted architect. You are the greatest mathematician, the most accomplished artisan, and the most talented architect of all. The simple branch of a cherry blossom, the shell of a snail, and the wing of a bat all bear witness to this amazing truth. My deep wish is to live in such a way that I am awake to each of your wonders and nourished by your beauty. I cherish your precious creativity and I smile to the gift of life. Each species has its own language, yet as our mother, you can understand us all. That is why you can hear me today as I open my heart to you and offer you my prayer. We humans have talented artists, but how can our paintings compare to your masterpiece of the four seasons? How could we ever paint such a compelling dawn or create a more radiant dusk? We have great composers, but how can our music compare to your celestial harmony with the sun and planets? Or the sound of the rising tide? We have great heroes and heroines who have endured wars, hardships, and dangerous voyages, but how can their bravery compare to the great forbearance and patience along your hazardous journey of eons? We have many great love stories, but who among us has love as intense as your own, embracing all beings without discrimination? But there are times when we have not done so well. There are times when we have not loved you enough. Times when we have true nature. Beauty, and to embody your wondrous consciousness in my own life. I vow to follow in the footsteps of those who have gone before me, to live with awakening and compassion, and to be so worthy of calling myself your child. You are the most beautiful planet in the entire solar system. I do not want to run away from you, dear mother, nor to hurry. I know I can find happiness right here with you. I do not need to rush to find more conditions for happiness in the future. At every step, I can take refuge in you. Thank you.
Mary's next. I think she's getting ready for her with her props. Yeah. While she's doing that, I'm just going to show you some of the things that people brought. Yeah. So we have that, which you saw. We have the Tonka. We have aromatherapy. We have this. Is that a friend painted from a friend? That. And Jim.
Now, if this doesn't say feminine, I don't know what.
They got to see you. You guys got that picture? Mm-hmm.
This idea came when Lonnie had mentioned Divine Feminine. This book that I'm going to quote from, can you hear me? Mm-hmm. When I was in therapy, I had a wonderful Dr. Carol, and I was really struggling with wearing purple because I wore purple all the time, and I will allude to that. And she put me onto this book. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple. So that's why I have purple on today, but you're going to find out it has a totally different meaning for me. First, I'd like to preface my day yesterday. Divine feminine energy, oh my God, I had it. You know the song from Dolly Parton, 9 to 5? Mm-hmm. Stumble out of bed and have a cup of ambition. That's what I did. I found out my kids are coming over in the morning, so I stumbled out of bed, took a shower, grabbed some coffee, went in the kitchen and made potato tacos, got everything all ready. Then I found out the grandkids were coming over, so I had kids all day yesterday, and the Divine Feminine just kicked in. So it was just wonderful to be able to do that, and it really fits with what's going on here. So first of all, I'd like to read this wonderful poem. It's called Warning by Jenny Joseph. And keep in mind, because I'm going to parallel it, and it was so much fun to do this and to be creative. I love to be creative and excited, as you know. So I will start with, when I'm an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat that doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves. and satin sandals. I do have these kind on today though. And say no money for butter. I shall sit on the pavement when I'm tired. My mom used to do that. I gobble up samples in shops. Anybody go to Costco? And press alarm bells. And run my stick along public railings. And I make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. I can wear terrible shirts and grow very, very fat and eat 3 pounds of sausage at a go, or only bread and a pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes to keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now. So people will know me, so people who know me now will be too shocked or surprised when suddenly I am old and I start to wear purple. Okay. So I took this poem and I took my creativity and I had a ball. I called up Robin and I said, guess what I'm doing? I was just so excited about it. So I took what she said and how I feel about the color purple. Hence, I do have a purple robe. It is mine. So I took her poem and I wrote me into that poem, and my title is When I Grow Old by Me. When I was a young woman, I wore purple. Now, no hat. A hat would flatten my curly locks and give me hat hair. I spend my money on clothes, nail polish, books, jewelry, and trips. I enjoy spending money on my grandkids. I hardly ever sit down. I'm always on the go. I have been known to go to Costco for a sample lunch before some serious shopping. I stop and smell the roses and the flowers along public places and my neighbors' yards. My favorite drink is Diet 5 that comes in many flavors over ice. I go outside barefoot in the rain to energize my spirits. I have picked lemons from my neighbor's garden, but I did ask first. I was never fond of spitting, so I hum instead. I always enjoy being in fashion with a large selections of earrings to match my outfits. Instead of eating sausages, I enjoy a number 2 cheeseburger with raw onions at In-N-Out once in a while with my grandkids. Yes. I also enjoy eating out with friends. They are the best. I had a great time last Sunday just making a lot of noise and laughing over vegetables, and I will continue that story in fellowship. Oftentimes, I keep birthday cards and thank you cards to reread and feel the warm fuzzies all over again. I have a lot of go-to favorites in my closet to suit my every mood. I pay my mortgage usually 1 week before, and I only swear when needed. I am a good example to my grandkids by not cheating at Uno. I have good friends and often connect with them by cell phone, text, email, and even snail mail if needed. But face-to-face is the best. Lastly, I shall practice living by remembering all I have learned when I was a young woman and felt old by wearing purple. So now, when there are times I do wear purple. So whenever I decide I am old, I shall wear purple all the time. But now, I wear color because I don't feel old, and feeling old is just not where I go. Think of the Olympic torch. I feel like the Olympic torch. I'm not going to burn out. I'm just going to pass it on. I had that opportunity yesterday with my kids. I passed it to my daughter, who laughed uncontrollably, and then her little grandson, my granddaughter, her little daughter, Brooklyn, who's 6, went uncontrollably, just like me. I just loved it. We were playing Old Maid, and that is a fun game to play with a 6-year-old. And I passed the torch on to her through my example and her mom's example. This is how we have fun. This is family. This is how we enjoy each other. This is how we love each other. We spend time face to face. So when I was young, I wore purple. Now, I wear any color I want to, and I am timeless. I don't think of myself as old. Old is not staying in the moment, but when you're timeless, you're right here, you're present, and you have a good time. And so I am more than just one color. The end. Thank you. Okay, next. I believe it's abundance.
we're doing something before the program was a little bit off.
Let me remove my purple.
I think let's go ahead and do which song?
Which one?
Should we do the first one I was gonna go with?
Anyone ever tell you?
Yeah, we could do that. This is just a time to reflect and kind of pull, and I kind of imagine God speaking this to me. You could imagine a mother figure, Jesus, whatever helps you to feel enfolded and loved.
Ready?
It's just to listen.
How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you that you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul, to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul, to my soul. How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Take a big breath. Now it's time for celebrating abundance. Abby's gonna pass out water bottles. Don't drink out of them yet.
Our treasurer is busy treasuring, so I will do the offering today. Please take your tithe, your gift, your offering in your hands, Send it out to do a blessed work, secure in the knowledge that the gift given with the grateful attitude returns to the grateful giver, multiplied and increased. Our affirmation is, I give with love because I am love. Together, I give with love because I am love. Will the usherette please come forward? Please raise hands of visible or invisible blessing. We are grateful for the givers of these tithes, the hands that will touch them, and the work they will do in creating the good, the holy, and the beautiful in our lives and the lives of our church and our community. And we give thanks and praise in the name and through the power of the living Christ. Amen. Amen.
So moving right along, we're going to do this. We're going along with just showing kind of some different spiritual, divine feminine traditions and representing different cultures. So moving right along, I want you guys to hold your bottle of water in your hands. All right, and so as I say the prayer, just hold and set your intention on infusing your bottle of water. This is the Kwan water prayer. We welcome our spirit, higher power, source, God, to join us in this water prayer. We call upon the rose quartz ray of spirit to infuse our water with a blessing, a divine mother's love. We call upon the gentle white light of God to activate our water with the baptismal blessing that pierces all darkness. We call upon the aquamarine ray of source to infuse our water with the spiritual gifts of rebirth, courage, and divine service. We broadcast the quantum energy of these rays through the light within water to soothe our body, heart, and mind. It is our collective intention that the spirit of water record the crystalline resonance of today's journey into the heart of Christ consciousness. As we drink this water, we are quenched by the sacred waters of our own sovereign divinity. Pick up your water, take a big drink. With all that infused love and godness, goodness in there. And I'm going to say it again. As we drink that water, we are quenched by the sacred waters of our own sovereign divinity. May this water travel to all the places within us that need healing. May this water return us to the power of our own self-love and self-compassion. May this water guide us in how to be a vessel of compassion and healing for others. Thank you, God. Thank you, higher power. Thank you, higher self. It is done. It is done. It is done. By the power of three, a perfect Trinity, it is done, and we are blessed.
Are we ready for the outro?
I think we're doing our outro.
On you.
The words are in your program, and this is just why we're getting ready to leave instead of the peace song. Go in beauty. You can reflect again.
Beauty.